He didn't have permission to record me in my own office.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
It's another day of drama at the Franklin County Sheriff's Office in the jail takeover. Stay with us for tonight's big update.
But first, new at 6.
I'm Monique Ledesma with Apple Valley News Now. Coming up, find out how Central Washington University is forging the future by repurposing an old building. All that and more coming up.
And later.
Concerns over the superintendent's salary in Yakima. We hear from both sides of the issue.
And Stacey, what are you tracking?
We started out with a windy, rainy day. Now, baseball weather? I'll tell you what's coming up in the next few days. The news at 6 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Good evening, and thank you so much for joining us on this Tuesday. I'm Wendy Redmond.
And I'm Austin Reed. It is April the 29th. All right, first at 6. Flowers aren't the only things blooming in the Kittitas County this spring.
So is innovation. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma reports on how Central Washington is planting the seeds for growth and opportunity by repurposing one of its buildings.
CWU is celebrating the kickoff of its newest project called Forging the Future, a regional collaboration for innovation and growth at the Old Heat facility. CWU President Jim Wilpart says this is what inspired the revitalization project.
Was to make this a hub for technology, innovation, and transfer. So the idea is that our consultant will work on architectural renderings on the inside, work with business and industry, maybe from the west side of how they would want to come here, and support the expansion of technology, business, and industry in the central part of the state.
When it comes to this project, Wilpart says he wants all hands on deck from those in and around the area.
Everything we do here at Central is about collaboration and partnerships. We know that all boats rise when we work together as a community. So the relationships that we've been building with the local community colleges, the K-12 school districts, is really essential to the future of this region. We can't do this stuff alone, and as we do this stuff together, we will be stronger.
Kittitas County Commissioner for District 1, who is also a CWU alumni, says he's happy to be part of giving back to his roots.
It's transformational for our county. I can't tell you how thrilled I am to not only be a part of it, but also see the opportunities that it's going to bring for our families, for our children, and really for our greater Central Washington region.
There's no set curriculum as to what will be taught in the Old Heat building, but Wilpart says it's set to grow things like entrepreneurship, technology, research development, and business.
We don't really know the answer to that question until we do this consulting work, and that's why it's really, really important for the consultant to be working with Yakima Valley College, Wenatchee Valley College, Big Bend, and Central to really understand what is the curriculum, what are the skills and knowledge that the students need to have so that we can meet the needs of that business and industry. That'll be part of the conversation that will unfold.
Right now, the university is looking at ways it can repurpose the inside of the Old Heat building. The consultant says this is how the grant will help narrow down what the inside of the Old Heat building will look like.
Kittitas County applied for a grant from the Washington State Department of Commerce, the Community Economic Revitalization Board planning grant. It's a feasibility study, has components to judge how to use Old Heat, what the adaptive reuse would be, who could be possible partners in financing of the project. And we are just in the groundwork of a kickoff meeting and starting to collect the data and the contacts for the community to work on the study itself.
The consultant says once the study is done, they'll hit the ground to look for state and federal grants, economic development grants to fund the project. Reporting in Ellensburg, Monique Ledesma for Apple Valley News Now.
Developing a new at 6 tonight, a rescue on the Columbia River after some paddleboarders got stranded in cold, choppy water. Officials telling us 2 Marine-trained deputies responded to an emergency call on Sunday. They said a group of 4 people launched paddleboards from Vantage, but gusty winds and rough waters caused them to get separated, at least one without a paddle. 2 men in the group managed to get ashore, but 2 young women were still stranded on a shared board in the middle of the river. Thankfully, deputies found them and helped them to a boat. They had to be treated for hypothermia, but were otherwise said to be okay. Officials are also highlighting a local citizen, Justin Seth, who was on his own boat at the time and also helped in the rescue. Turning now to First Alert weather. Perfect night for baseball.
I would say so. Stacy, take us out to the ball game.
That's right. We are going to head out to the ball game. They're getting the field ready right now. Now, it started out windy and wet this morning and then kind of blustery, but look at this. We've cleared the skies out there. They're cleaning the field, getting ready for that game. And we're going to start this evening in the 70s, but don't worry, it's going to cool back down. Now, if you are headed out to the game, Dust Devils take on Spokane Indians. 60s will be the temperatures, especially when the sun goes down, so grab a coat, but mostly clear skies. And here's those temperatures dropping down eventually to the 40s and 50s much later, but should be very pleasant out there. Very nice evening through the area. Look at that. We're in the middle 60s here in the foothills, 72 the warm spot, Tri-Cities, 71 at Hanford. We're in the 60s in the Kittitas Valley. We still have a wind alert that's in place till 8 o'clock tonight for the Kittitas Valley. That has not disappointed us. We've been seeing strong gusty winds through the area today. It's pretty blustery right now in Hermiston, but the good news is winds will start to die down. So decreasing winds, sunny, warmer conditions, hot on Friday. We're talking 80s and possibly breaking some records, and then we're going to cool down, breezy winds and a chance of showers into the weekend. I'll get you all the details coming up. Austin, Wendy.
Thank you, Stacy. Franklin County continues to make headlines as Sheriff Jim Raymond and the county are at odds over who runs the jail. Today, new reports of a possible physical altercation between Sheriff Raymond and current jail commander Keelan Harmon yesterday. Now, we reported the sheriff took 50 guns out of the jail, but now some say he forcibly grabbed Harmon in order to unlock the closet in order to get those guns. We spoke to Sheriff Raymond and he says those reports aren't true.
Inside my office, I asked the commander to turn off his phone, and he didn't have permission to record me in my own office. He turned the phone off. I placed it outside. We sat down, had a discussion of how to orderly recover the sheriff's office firearms. When we got up, you could tell he was upset with it all. All I did was simply put my hands on his chest and said, Keelan, it's going to be okay. Don't let this all get to you.
On April 24th, Franklin County Superior Court Pro Tem Judge Jennifer Azur granted a temporary restraining order in a dispute between the Franklin County Department of Corrections and Sheriff Jim Raymond. Stay with Apple Valley News now as we continue to follow the very latest on this developing story.
Following up now, the Kennewick Police Department still investigating into what happened from a shooting Monday night. Around 6:15, several gunshots were heard in the area of West Clearwater and North Edison Street near the Safeway grocery store. Witnesses reported seeing 3 people, at least one of whom had a handgun, shoot at a vehicle. KPD says 3 people then ran from the scene. The drone unit, along with the K-9 units, swarmed the area. Just before 7 p.m., officers detained 3 suspects. One was a teen who was found to be wanted out of Pasco for a robbery charge. He was arrested.
Well, I think any time that you have a shooting, it's an uptick, and we don't want any of those to occur, which is why we have our detectives looking into this investigation and ensuring we can examine all the video, the evidence. In this instance, we didn't have a victim come forward as well, so we're also trying to look at that angle.
It is still unknown if anyone was hurt. KPD is asking the public for information. They are also asking for any dash cam surveillance video. Another follow-up now. Yesterday, we shared with you about the fatal crash which happened early Sunday morning on SR 240. The driver died at the scene. He has now been identified, though, as 71-year-old Christopher Quant of Pasco. Richland Police says that it occurred just before 9:30 a.m. Witnesses at the scene told officers they saw a vehicle speeding and going westbound on Columbia Park Trail before it slammed into the concrete base of the SR 240 overpass. Witnesses said the vehicle then rolled, trapping the driver underneath.
We're learning more about a stabbing investigation and arrest in Richland. On Sunday night, just before 10 o'clock, Richland police responded to a welfare check for a man lying in the roadway near Riverstone Drive and Duport Hill Street. The man suffered multiple stab wounds to his face and head. and he was just outside of his parked vehicle. Before being taken to Cadillac Medical Center for surgery, the victim was able to identify his attacker. While his injuries were severe, they were not considered life-threatening. The suspect, who also had a minor injury, was later located at Cadillac, where a family member had taken him for treatment. Police determined the suspect and victim knew each other and that this was a targeted attack. The suspect was then arrested and booked into the Benton County Jail. In Connell, an incarcerated man died after an assault at Coyote Ridge Correction Center. We're told it happened early this morning. Authorities say 41-year-old Justice Sir was assaulted in his cell by another incarcerated person. The suspect who allegedly attacked him was taken into custody and placed into restrictive housing at the jail. We're told the name of this person will be released once charges are formally filed. DOC says they are working closely with the Connell Police Department to help with the criminal investigation.
Now to a story about protecting those who protect us.
Yes, a Toppenish police canine is getting a potentially life-saving gift. Canine Grom is receiving a bullet and stab protective vest. It's all thanks to a donation from the nonprofit Vested Interest in Canines. That organization provides these vests for our four-legged officers across the country. They accept contributions of any amount, but a single donation of $1,050 sponsors one vest. Canine Grom's new vest should arrive within 10 weeks.
Apple Valley News Now, live at 6, is just getting started. Still ahead, Senator Nikki Torres in the headlines tonight. We'll tell you why.
Also ahead,
a game changer in the weight loss industry, Wegovy will now be sold via telehealth for those without the insurance coverage. I'm Rena Roy, and I'll break it all down coming up.
And Stacy returns with a full look at your First Alert weather forecast as the week continues on.
Yeah, you can see them prepping the field out there. Looks like a nice night for baseball. And remember our new weather app. From customized forecasts to the latest radar and instant weather alerts sent right to your phone.
Download today on your phone's app store. Just type Apple Valley News Now weather. We're on your side, and we're back right after this.
For more than a decade, Farxiga has been trusted again and again and again. Ask your doctor about Farxiga.
There's a reason Chevy is called the heartbeat of America. The heartbeat's strong, steady, unwavering, like the people who keep this country moving. For them, only America's most dependable truck will do. In every Chevy truck, like every Chevy driver, dependability comes standard.
Get 3.9% financing for 60 months on all 2025 Silverado 2500 pickups when you finance with GM Financial.
See your community Chevy dealers.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino presents a Mexican Mother's Day celebration with Mariachi Estrellas de Mexico, live on May 10th. Feel the rhythm, savor the vibes, and dance the night away with live mariachi melodies from Jalisco and Michoacan. Celebrate Mom and enjoy drink specials, dancing, and more. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com and the app. Feliz Dia de las Madres at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
Looking for the perfect spot to relax? Welcome to Hoops, your new favorite restaurant and bar, where the vibe is clean, the food is delicious, and the staff always friendly. Whether you're in for a night of trivia, around a pool, darts, dancing, pull tabs, or karaoke, Hoops has it all. Great food, great people, Hoops, where every night is a great experience. Hoops Bar. Stop by today for your next great night out.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or taking on serious acreage, let's go the distance. Shop in-store and online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow.
I was a resident here. Think of me as one of you. You're unbelievable. So unbelievable.
Prosser Memorial Health reminds you, watch Grey's Anatomy Thursdays. Prosser Memorial Health, this is how we care.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Get Mother's Day ready for less. Save $7 on 10-inch hanging baskets, now just $19.99. Save now at Bi-Mart since 1955.
What does it mean to be here for good? It means being here for the artists who dream, the shop owner who knows your order by heart, and the mentors who leave a lasting impact. Here for singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game and big comeback stories. Here for the long haul from Omak to Sandpoint to Baker City. Here for your family, your neighbors, for you. STCU. Here for good.
The 3-Degree Guarantee, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
A lawmaker from Pasco just announced some big money for some big local projects.
Yeah, we're talking about Republican Senator Nikki Torres. She says she has secured more than $85 million in funding for infrastructure, community projects, and public services in the 15th Legislative District in the final capital budget. Key projects funded included $11 million for the City of Sila's wastewater treatment plant, $8.5 million for improvements to the Yakima-Tieton Irrigation Canal, $3.25 million for the Sunnyside Valley Irrigation District,
and more than $650,000 for improvements to the Yakima Central Library, enhancing literacy and learning resources. Well, tonight, a game changer for a popular weight loss medication. The maker of Wegovy is making the GLP-1 medication available to several telehealth companies to make it more affordable or more accessible for those who need to pay out of pocket.
New at 6, ABC's Rena Roy has the latest in this health alert.
We've seen such a boom in both the telehealth and weight loss industries recently, and now these worlds are coming together to help make a GLP-1 drug more accessible. A big change is coming for one weight loss medication. Wegovy is now available in injectable pen form in set doses by prescription through 3 telehealth providers for the first time. Hims & Hers, LifeMD, and Ro. The weight loss medication will come in the same auto-injectable pen those using their insurance get at their pharmacy.
We want to meet patients where they are and make sure that we have the option to have Wegovy available to them wherever they seek care.
Parent company Novo Nordisk says this will simplify the process of getting the drug and make it more affordable for those without the insurance coverage.
So essentially, for almost $600, you're getting access to the drug, access to 24/7 support with some sort of clinician, and online support around nutrition. Clearly, this is meant to streamline the process to make these drugs more accessible, available, affordable for people, and really kind of a one-stop shop.
These telehealth companies now working with Novo Nordisk after the FDA banned them from selling compound or copied versions of GLP-1 drugs, now that these drugs are no longer in shortage.
And so where we saw before a little bit of a battle between the original drug makers of some of these drugs and the telehealth companies, now we are starting to see them working together.
Competitor Eli Lilly has also been selling weight loss drug Zepbound via telehealth, but only through vial and syringe for those without the insurance coverage, which is often less convenient for patients. Wegovy says this could eventually expand beyond just patients with obesity to those living with chronic diseases. Rena Roy, ABC News, New York.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And we'll take a live look outside. Yakima Valley Bi-Mart Skycam is shaking. It's been very windy in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. I wish I had a camera closer to Kittitas because it'd be very shaky. 68 degrees, sustained winds at 16. This is up on top of a Tanum Ridge, so the winds up there much stronger this afternoon, and we'll see winds gusting around 20. But look at Ellensburg, 39. So wind advisory expires 8 o'clock there, but it's going to stay windy till about 2 or 3 in the morning, unfortunately, in that area, and breezy for the rest of us. We'll see winds picking up even in the Tri-Cities overnight tonight. But the good news is tomorrow, as daylight breaks, we'll start to see calmer conditions, and those are going to last right on through your day on Wednesday and hopefully into Thursday. Our next round of winds will be coming on Friday. So tomorrow, all of our areas looking pretty good. You'll see some breezy winds in the foothills of the Blues, Morrow County area. Northeast sustained winds 15 to 20 miles per hour. Radar and satellite, that's that system that moved through the area, brought us some showers. We have a ridge of high pressure. That's going to start moving in, and that's going to bring those warmer temperatures and, well, finally some calming winds. Here's that upper level system that impacted us this morning. Here's what it looks like moving through tomorrow. Most of that system has moved on down south of us into the southwest Denver area, and again heading for the Midwest, who's had a lot of active weather. Our next chance of rain, good potential anyway. Right now, 30% chance on Saturday in the Tri-Cities. Better chance of that happening in the foothills of the Blues. And the system we're tracking for the weekend will mainly impact our mountain areas. Most of us in the lower elevations might see just a little wind and maybe a sprinkle or two. Our forecast lows for tonight, we're going to be down in the 30s and 40s, the upper 30s, I'll say. Pendleton at 38, as well as Sunnyside. 43 Walla Walla, 40 Tri-Cities, 39 in Yakima. Let's take a look at our temperature trends. Up, 83 potentially in Yakima. Average is 69, so you see that way above the average. And then look at Saturday, a big drop happens, and that's when that next storm system moves into the area, which will bring gusty winds, cooler conditions, and a slight chance of some showers through the area. 87 potentially on Friday in both Hermiston and Tri-Cities. Let's look at your day planner for tomorrow. You're in the 40s, close to 50 as you head out the door. Lots of sunshine, lower to mid 60s there by noon, and hitting those 70-degree temperatures by the early afternoon. Here's your 7-day planning forecast. All right, let's take a look at Friday, 87. Now we'd have to hit 90 degrees to tie a record set in 2014. So right now, probably not going to happen for Tri-Cities. Yakima would have to hit 88 degrees, and that's a record set back in 1971. Our forecast so far 83. Now things could change between now and then, but that's what we're looking at. 81 degrees on Friday in Ellensburg, and once again we'd have to hit 84. That's a little closer where we could potentially tie or break a record in Ellensburg. Walla Walla is where I think we will break some records on Friday. If we hit 85 degrees there, that will break the record from 2016 of 82 degrees. And for Hermiston, well, got to hit 92. I don't know. That's a pretty good amount of in between. So probably not going to happen in Hermiston, but you never know. We could get even warmer temperatures. You just don't know. Friday, though, I hear I'm going to be out at a Dust Devil game doing weather.
Okay.
Ooh.
So hottest day of the year so far.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bring a mini fan.
Don't know
and
if I'm wearing
spritzer.
shorts just yet because nobody needs to be blinded by my legs. Just saying.
Well, you have to release them at some point, right? They need to be exposed
Gotta
to the
get
sun.
exposed to some sunlight. So.
That's me too.
Anyway.
That's definitely me. All right.
Thank you, Stacy. Up next on your news at 6 o'clock.
Well, a small bridge collapses in Pennsylvania. We're going to show you more about this scene and what we know happened here.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care, located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery.
I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
I'm Drew Henry, tea maker and founder of Revival Tea Company, and we're right here at Yolks Fresh Market. We started in 2018 in Spokane. We are super proud of getting our peppermint from Washington State, our honey from bees in Spokane. We've collaborated with Dry Fly and turned into canned cocktails. We definitely would not be where we're at today without the support from some amazing local partners like Yolks. Oh yeah, the more and more we can work together, that's been a really fun thing as we continue to grow.
Check out Revival Tea at Yolks Fresh Market.
It's the Yakima Valley RV Show at the Yakima Valley Sundome, May 1st to the 5th. Get amazing discount prices from manufacturers from across the country, like Grand Design, StarCraft, and more. And top dollar for your trade. There's show-only financing with 0 down, rates as low as 5.99, and no payments for 90 days. And talk about giveaways. Win a StarCraft trailer or $30,000 in cash. And every purchase gets a free Blackstone grill. So beat the tariffs at the National RV Show at the Yakima Valley Sundome. 5 days only.
Check this out. A bridge in Pennsylvania collapsed while a propane truck was crossing it this afternoon. Take a look at this. Yeah, a Sharp Energy propane truck was driving across that bridge you see here when obviously part of it just collapsed and went straight into the water. Multiple personnel crews were at the scene investigating the crash, including what appeared to be a tow truck. But as you can see, that would be quite a bit of work trying to get that big truck out of that sticky situation.
Yeah, sight to see for sure. You know, tens of millions of people across nearly all of Spain and Portugal had power again as of this morning after yesterday's massive electrical outage. Disruptions to transport services were expected to stretch into a second day as questions mount over what caused this blackout. Both countries remain under states of emergency after power was lost across the entire Iberian Peninsula and part of France. The lights went out, traffic piled up, and subway systems failed. The region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. is coming up next with stories you have yet to see.
And of course, weather, we're talking about it. Folks, we could be in record-breaking temperatures for some folks out there. We'll tell you which areas could see those hotter weather temperatures and who is not in the record-breaking territory. We'll be right back after this.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by As You Wish Real Estate Services, Christine Connolly, Realtor.
It's a sale so big, it can only last one day. And it's this Wednesday for 8 short hours at all Walker's Furniture locations, where you'll save an additional 20% off all furniture, all bedroom, all dining room, all living room. It's all marked down 20% off already low prices. Plus, you can save now and pay over time with 5 years special financing. This Wednesday only at Walker's Furniture.
All right, everybody. I know it's easy to forget things, but we don't want you to miss this new deal from US Cellular. Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines.
Ooh, I can save enough to buy a gift for my understanding wife.
Sorry, I'm late. Ooh, that's a great deal. I have a facial. This was fun.
Oh, come on. You have flowers?
Save big with our best price ever. Just $15 a line when you get 4 lines. US Cellular, built for us.
Spring is in the air, so let's fill it with music. At Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos, our New Beginnings Spring Used Piano Sale is in full swing. From charming uprights to grand statement pieces, we've got gently loved pianos at prices that'll put a spring in your step. Each piano is expertly tuned, ready to play, and waiting for you. Spring into new beginnings today at Dickerson's Tri-City Pianos in Richland, because life's more fun when you know how to play.
My feet hurt so bad in the morning, I couldn't even put my feet on the floor. So I built all this together to engineer a solution to my pain. Finally, I went to Good Feet, and they gave me
this.
Good Feet arch supports, engineered for pain relief, personally fitted for you.
In a world filled with accidents, the injured look to Mo, because Mo knows these guys are bulldog tough on personal injury and workers' compensation claims. Mo knows you can go to the other guys, but why would you? From back in autumn, Bulldog Tough.
Fiction at J. Bookwalter presents the Chapter 2 Hospitality 2025 Concert Series. Live music in the best company, friends, food, and spirit at Fiction at J. Bookwalter now through October. Check our concert series lineup and times by going to bookwalterwines.com under the Shop tab or use our QR code here. The Chapter 2 Hospitality 2025 Concert Series. Proceeds benefiting the Children's Hospital and WSU.
Call Vance when you need a friendly, reliable electrician. We'll keep your home safe with electrical services and equipment upgrades. Save $50 on any electrical service, plus free electrical safety inspection. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Get Mother's Day ready for less. Save $7 on 10-inch hanging baskets, now just $19.99. Save now at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Jade Elliott grew up in Richland, graduated from Washington State, and got her first job in Spokane. After working in Salt Lake and Seattle, she's back in the Mid-Columbia, bringing the news home on Good Morning Northwest from Apple Valley News Now. On your side.
Always on your side.
Next, E.T.
We have his buzzing.
Beyonce's Cowboy Carter Tour kicks off in L.A. Plus, Jelly Roll talks weight loss transformation.
Yeah, look at your boy.
And Thunderbolts take over Hollywood. Next, E.T.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Scientists are thinking beyond DNA, uncovering how microbes, metabolism, and more shape our health. I'll tell you how coming up.
Also ahead on the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m.
The search for Pasco's new city manager remains on schedule. We'll tell you what's happening there. The news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
We are counting down until May now. I can't, right? I mean,
I know.
April
it just flew by. It went so fast.
Yep.
I don't know where it went, but here we are. And now we're in very nice temperatures.
Yes.
For the most part.
Stacey Lee joining us with a first look at our forecast. You know, we always do weather first at 6:30. Looks like the boys they've taken the field.
Yes, the first pitch has already begun. They're out on the field right now, and yeah, beautiful night for Dust Devil baseball. So if you're getting out there to enjoy it, I hope you grabbed a light coat. Once the sun does go down, it's going to cool down, and you can see Old Glory blowing out there. So it is a little bit breezy this afternoon. The feels like temp, though, is 75 if you're out in the sunshine. But once the sun goes down, it's going to get much cooler pretty quickly. Temperatures are pleasant around the area. Tri-Cities is the warm spot right now in our entire region. 61 in Ellensburg, 65 in Walla Walla, 67 in Hermiston. We still have a wind advisory that's going to expire at 8 o'clock tonight. Winds, unfortunately, though, in the Kittitas Valley are going to be pretty active through about 2 or 3 in the morning, and we're going to see those winds starting to spread into the Columbia Basin. Planning your evening out, 60s, 70s, dropping into the 50s, 60s by 8. It'll be down in the 40s and 50s by 10. For tomorrow, look for temperatures warming up again. Pretty pleasant, 60s for Ellensburg. Everybody else hitting those 70-degree marks. So clearing skies, winds decreasing, sunny and warmer in the coming days. Hot on Friday. And when I say hot, I mean upper 80s. We could break records in some areas. Cooler and breezy, though, as we head into the weekend. I'll break that all down coming up. Austin, Wendy.
New research is pushing the boundaries of what we know about biology, moving beyond just DNA to explore the many other factors that shape how living organisms function.
Very interesting stuff. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen spoke with some scientists about how this research will shape the future.
What if understanding life went beyond just DNA? At a recent scientific meeting, researchers gathered to understand the forces that shape an organism's biology. What if biology wasn't just about DNA? Inside this scientific meeting, researchers are diving deeper at the Predictive Phenomics Conference in Richland. They share their research into the hormones, proteins, microbes, and even stress that shape life itself. It's called Biology Beyond DNA, and it's not just a buzz phrase. From the way our cells handle stress to how fungi might one day fuel your car. The goal here is simple: understand life on a deeper level.
DNA is like the blueprint of what might happen with an individual, for example, a human, as it grows up from a child and becomes an adult. It also explains the blueprint for what might happen with plants, for example, or microorganisms in the soil.
But what actually happens? That's where RNA and proteins come in, kicking off a chain reaction inside our cells.
RNA gets expressed and translated into proteins. Proteins are molecules that are transporters and enzymes that conduct a lot of the machinery or the business inside of a cell.
And this cellular business varies between individuals, especially when it comes to sex-based health differences. Think of how men and women respond to exercise. Even that looks different under a microscope, but the applications go way beyond gym day.
We want to maintain our national competitiveness and global competitiveness in the bioeconomy. We know we have supply chain issues with getting things that we need in our country, and we don't want to be reliant on other countries to be able to get those things.
So while DNA is still a superstar, it's only part of the cast. The rest, hormones, immune signals, metabolic pathways, all playing a role in this biological blockbuster. The science discussed here could shape industry, medicine, and national security. Reporting in Richland, Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
The president of the Yakima Education Association, Frances Guerrero, is not mincing words. She says she was livid there were no further pay reductions in the superintendent's contract, which she believes has always been abnormally high compared to like-sized districts. She believes the superintendent's pay increase is a factor in cutting student-facing positions. She says the superintendent ranks in the top 10 for the highest pay in the state, with a contract that includes less than average total workdays, meaning he's getting paid more for fewer workdays. She says he, along with the administrators, have not taken a pay cut, but instead have added to their staffing. She believes their staffing is at the expense of their students, calling it bad budget management.
We are all struggling. I don't see them struggling downtown at the level that we are. And even if they were, they should struggle 10 times more than we do, because their challenges do not affect students the way ours do.
Guerrero says they've cut all of the secondary librarians to instead fund an additional assistant superintendent. But she believes with more recent cuts to her people, cuts should be made downtown. Now, we reached out to the superintendent's office and spoke with Trevor Green. He says he received a cost of living increase, which was lower than what the teachers received. He also says they were intentional to reduce at the administrative level, saying, quote, "We are the lowest, I would say, 18% of districts in the state in administrative overhead."
Following up, a new at 6:30 now as the state moves closer to putting accused quadruple killer Bryan Kohberger on trial for the murder of 4 University of Idaho students. The judge in the case again denied the defense team's request to take the death penalty off the table.
Kohberger is accused of killing 4 students in an off-campus home in November of 2022. He's set to go to trial in August. The defense team has argued several different motions asking Judge Stephen Hippler to remove the death penalty. In a new ruling handed down today, Hippler denied a separate defense motion to remove the death penalty as a way of sanctioning the prosecution.
The defense team had argued that the prosecutor's disclosures in the case has been very disorganized and that it violated his right to due process. The state argued that it was simply not the case. Both parties are due back in court for a pre-trial conference in mid-May.
In Pasco, the search for its new city manager remains on schedule. The city has modified some of the requirements, though, to help fulfill this position. The mayor says they would like someone with a master's degree, but the sole requirement remains to have at least a bachelor's. The mayor explains what they recently added to help narrow down their search.
We also added from 8 years to 10 years municipal leadership experience. So we want to be clear that we're looking for someone that's got seasoned executive leadership, within a local jurisdiction. That's number one. We talked pretty heavily about residency requirement. As of right now, that's not an absolute requirement.
The mayor says the city is set to have the live application for those interested in applying by the start of May, and will have the application as of right now open for a month.
Now to local living, truly a fun and educational event, because it's not every day you get to learn about salmon, hydropower, and outdoor safety all in one place and have a blast doing it. The annual Salmon Summit is back in Kennewick. This year, it's making quite the splash. Students from across the region are diving into hands-on lessons in environmental science, everything from tagging salmon fry to learning how electricity is made with water, thanks to a miniature hydropower wheel. And yes, safety is also a part of the lesson too, so they know how to explore the outdoors smartly.
The overall goal of the Salmon Summit is to allow kids to experience the outdoors, to understand how salmon affects the local river population, how they can be involved in supporting the overall growth of the environment and supporting that from an outdoor recreation perspective.
The Benton Conservation District plays a key role organizing this big outdoor classroom where kids not only learn, but act. One of the highlights, releasing baby salmon called fry into the Columbia River, helping future generations of fish flourish. And don't worry if you missed it today, the Salmon Summit wraps up tomorrow at Columbia Park. The news at 6:30 is just getting started. Up next, we'll bring you tonight's Fly the Northwest.
And Stacy is coming back with your full first alert forecast. Check out this beautiful shot here from Richland. She's talking all about a warm-up. We'll time it out when we come back.
E.T. and Extra, tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Extra, extra. At Bruce Heating and Air, your comfort is our business. With over 30 years of professional HVAC experience for residential and commercial properties, you can rest assured your heating and air system is in good hands. In addition to providing quality heating, air conditioning, ventilation, and installation services, Bruce Heating and Air also houses a full-service sheet metal fabrication shop.
Now through June 30th, receive rebates up to $4,500 off on a new Daikin Fit system when you finance through Bruce Heating and Air.
Hey, your homework done?
Yep.
Hey, is your homework done?
This kind of is homework. So, what do you think?
I'm so proud of you. Can I play some more?
Is all your work done?
Washington's Lottery is a proud partner in the goal to promote college and career training. Each time you play, you're helping students statewide.
Did you know Tri-City Lumber Company isn't just for contractors? We're your local source for decking, railing, hardware, and more, open to everyone. For over 30 years, DIYers and homeowners have trusted us for quality materials and expert one-on-one advice. Now, under new ownership, we're making it even easier to shop local and build better. Skip the big box stores. Visit Tri-City Lumber today on Clearwater and Kennewick, or call us at 509-783-3322 today.
For over 49 years, Shelby's Floral has been your homegrown neighbor, bringing joy and beauty to every occasion. We're more than just a flower shop and specialize in beautiful custom arrangements, live plants, silk florals, and home decor. Our experienced designers are here to help you with all your floral needs, ensuring that every bouquet is as special as the moment it celebrates. Visit us today at our brand new location on Clearwater in Kennewick. We're part of your community and can't wait to help you celebrate life's moments. Shelby's Floral.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Power up with free extra battery deals on select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time to take an adventure with rugged capability and commanding style. from the Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.99% APR on a 2025 Pilot.
Celebrate Walla Walla is back June 19th through 21st. 3 days of world-class wine. Tour vineyards with winemakers, expand your palate, and don't miss the block party. This is Walla Walla Valley at its finest. Tickets are on sale now. Secure yours today.
This is the region's only live and local news at 6:30 p.m. Hey, if you are looking for a place to maybe build some memories with the family,
yeah, I think we've got you. Or maybe you just want to get away from it all for a few days. Check this out.
We're in Deer Lake, Washington. It's been growing steadily since the 80s. It's just beautiful and peaceful. I wouldn't live anywhere else, really. People really, have been tied up all winter. They're ready to get out and enjoy the lake and the sun. A lot of people come out to go fishing, wakeboarding, water skiing, jet skiing. I mean, you can do pretty much all your water sports on the lake. The water's pretty cold in April, so as Memorial Day comes, that's really the kickoff for the whole summer. No, it's not that busy. That's what we kind of like about it, and people enjoy about it, is not a lot of boat activity. Most of them are fishermen. If you want to get away from the city and all the noise, this is the spot. We just want people to come out and be able to enjoy the lake and their family. A lot of memories are built, with your family, camping and just enjoying each other. So we try to have a spot for them to do that with their families.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
Well, we've definitely been on a weather roller coaster this morning with rains and gusty winds. We're still seeing those, but we have the sunshine back, so that's good. Our temperatures did warm up. We were about 74 degrees a little while ago. 72 in the Tri-Cities. Yakima Fed Skycam, winds at 11 miles an hour. We're gusting up to about 15 or so. Our sunset at 8:03. There we are, our gusts at 12, I should say now. We are seeing those winds picking up. Look at Hanford, look at Ellensburg, look at Yakima, and of course Hermiston area, very blustery. And we'll continue to see those winds picking up through the evening. In fact, we're going to see Tri-Cities get pretty rocking and rolling around 9 o'clock tonight. The good news is, as the evening progresses and moves on and we get into our Wednesday, things are going to calm way down wind-wise, and they should stay pretty calm for the next couple of days. But don't worry, the winds come back coming up on Friday and Saturday. Let's take a look at tomorrow around the area. Everybody nice and light. We haven't seen that for a while, with the exception of Morrow County, Blue Foothills there, with northeast winds 15 to 20 miles an hour. Here's our weather pattern. That's the system that just moved through the area today. Ridge of high pressure, our happy button. That's going to start moving in and bring us warmer conditions. All this rain that came through this morning is now moving on down out of our region, kind of breaking apart across Utah, Nevada, across Montana and Wyoming, and even moving over into Denver. So our next chance for rain is coming up on Saturday, about a 30% chance of that right now. We're looking at a system moving in over the weekend, mostly going to impact the mountains, think the Blues and the Cascades, and even the foothills like Walla Walla has a pretty good chance of rain on Saturday so far as we head towards the weekend. But otherwise, we're going to stay dry and we're going to be warming. Temperatures comfortable tonight. We're in the 40s and the 30s. Most everybody here in the 40s, and a little bit cooler when you get up into the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Temperature trends are going up, up, up. We're hitting the 80s. Our average in Yakima right now is normally 69 degrees. In Tri-Cities and Hermiston, our average typically 72 degrees. Look at that 87 degree mark. And then look at the dump. It dumps way down, 17 degrees difference on Saturday. So big trough coming in, and that's going to bring cooler conditions. Here's your planning forecast out the door. Look for 40s, close to 50 tomorrow morning. Not bad. Lots of sunshine, 60s, and once again, we'll see calmer winds. Let's talk records as we head into these 80-degree temperatures. The 2nd of May, 87. Now we'd have to hit 90 degrees to break a record set back in 2014. Taking a look at Yakima, we would have to hit 88 degrees to break a record set back in 1971. 81 on May 2nd. Ellensburg would have to hit 84. That would break a record set back in 2016. Walla Walla, now there's where we have a chance of breaking a record on Friday. If we hit those temperatures, you'll see that will break, hopefully, by a couple of degrees record there set back in 2016. Here's what it looks like in Hermiston. Lots of sunshine. You see those raindrops on Saturday. That right now, pretty light chance in Hermiston, more so towards the foothills of the Blues. But we'd have to hit 92 Hermiston on Friday. I don't think we'll get quite there. But, you know, we could have a shift. Maybe the ridge gets stronger. I don't know. But
yeah, there's still some time for things to change.
There's still a couple days for things to brew. I mean, it has been like this all week. So anyway.
But record-breaking territory for a lot of folks. That's kind of cool.
That's a pretty good way to start May, I guess, right?
It is. It is.
Thank you, Stacey. We are going to be talking about what's trending next.
It's a sale so big, it can only last one day. This Wednesday for 8 short hours at Walker's. Save an additional 20% off all furniture. Plus pay over time with 5 years special financing. This Wednesday only at Walker's.
The Pacific Clinic is a health, sports, and medical campus in Kennewick, now accepting new patients for primary care. We offer patient-specific solutions for physical, mental, and emotional health concerns. You'll receive quality one-on-one time with our medical professionals and experienced support team. Begin your new health plan with today's best technologies and facilities for the whole family. Play hard, live well at the PC. Call us at 509-783-5465 today.
It's the mother of all giveaways, where one lucky viewer wins this awesome Mother's Day collection. Check it out. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. From Jewelry Design Center, The Flower Bar, Curve Appeal, Fiction, and AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Double your runtime. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Wild Horse Resort and Casino is bringing you an electrifying night with the iconic Grammy-nominated rock band Queensryche on Sunday, May 25th. Feel the energy and experience chart-topping hits like Jet City Woman and Silent Lucidity. Now's your chance to witness the unmistakable sound of one of rock's most celebrated bands, who've sold over 30 million albums worldwide. Tickets are on sale now at wildhorseresort.com or on the app. Plus, every ticket is good for $5 free play. Queensryche at Wild Horse Resort and Casino, Pendleton.
It's the mother of all giveaways, where one lucky viewer wins this awesome Mother's Day collection. Check it out. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. From Jewelry Design Center, The Flower Bar, Curve Appeal, Fiction, and AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Spring into fun. Join Mid-Columbia Libraries for Dia del Niño y los Libros, a joyful festival of children and books on May 2nd in Prosser and May 3rd in Cornell. Don't miss our highly anticipated spring book sale. Discover literary treasures at incredible prices for readers of all ages, April 30th through May 4th at the Kennewick Library on Union. All proceeds support library programs and services for our community. Visit midcolumbialibraries.org for more details.
It's a sale so big, it can only last one day. This Wednesday for 8 short hours at Walker's. Save an additional 20% off all furniture. Plus pay over time with 5 years special financing. This Wednesday only at Walker's.
Operation Best Friend, sponsored by the Manthai Group Cross Country Mortgage.
Time for What's Trending, a section of a popular Oregon farm that featured a hit TV series is on the market.
16 acres of the Roloff family farm. The setting for the series Little People, Big World is being listed for just under $3 million. The property includes a 5-bedroom, 5.5-bathroom home and the Red Barn, the castle, and the western town.
That's right. Matt Roloff said that his children will inherit the remaining 80-plus acres that he owns. Little People, Big World aired for 25 seasons on TLC, with the last episode airing on April 30th, 2024.
I am friends with the mom, Amy Roloff. There she is.
He's pulled it up just to make sure.
I've been to the farm It was so cool. It was like right outside the Portland area.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are like this.
We're like this.
So
if you're watching Amy, I don't know why you would, watching a Tri-Cities newscast, Yakima
well,
newscast.
you're Facebook friends with her. You should send it to her.
I should. Good idea.
Let her know.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Hey, are these Bad Bunny's long-lost twins?
That is the question. In Miami, Florida on Sunday, contestants lined up to compete in a look-alike contest to determine who most resembled the Puerto Rican artist. But it wasn't enough to just look like the musician. Contestants also had to recite the rapper's lyrics in front of an enthusiastic crowd.
And the winner, a guy by the name of Kevin Amaro. He won top honors with a 3-year-old boy named Marcelo coming in a close second.
That'd be pretty funny to watch.
I know.
Right? Pretty fun thing.
Very cool. That's what's trending. Final weather and your reason to smile with Stacy when we come back.
It's a sale so big, it can only last one day. This Wednesday for 8 short hours at Walker's. Save an additional 20% off all furniture. Plus, pay over time with 5 years special financing. This Wednesday only at Walker's.
Lights, music, magic. At Giza Powerhouse Theater in Walla Walla, the stage comes alive with electrifying concerts, Broadway-style productions, side-splitting comedy, and unforgettable performances. This isn't just a theater. It's a destination for world-class entertainment in Eastern Washington. From the moment the curtain rises, you'll be swept into the extraordinary. Don't miss your chance to experience it all. Get your tickets now online. Giza Powerhouse Theater, where every show is a showstopper.
Who's Alex? Hey, pal. You know who's,
See you, Dad. Happy birthday, Alex. That's so sweet. You remembered.
It's all about connecting with seamless connectivity from Spectrum.
Save now with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Watch for it in your mailbox. Get Mother's Day ready for less. Save $7 on 10-inch hanging baskets, now just $19.99. Save now at Bi-Mart since 1955.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222. It's the mother of all giveaways, where one lucky viewer wins this awesome Mother's Day collection. Check it out. Enter to win each day on the contest page at AppleValleyNewsNow.com. From Jewelry Design Center, The Flower Bar, Curve Appeal, Fiction, and AppleValleyNewsNow.com.
Let's go for a walk. Let's go for a ride. Whether you're shaping up a small yard or taking on serious acreage, let's go the distance. Shop in-store and online for 0% financing and instant rebates on select Steel mowers. Steel. Let's go mow.
Celebrate Walla Walla is back June 19th through 21st. 3 days of world-class wine. Tour vineyards with winemakers, expand your palate, and don't miss the block party. This is Walla Walla Valley at its finest. Tickets are on sale now. Secure yours today.
It's a sale so big, it can only last one day. This Wednesday for 8 short hours at Walker's. Save an additional 20% off all furniture. Plus, pay over time with 5 years special financing. This Wednesday only at Walker's.
Aren't you just a spoonful of sugar? Young Sheldon, tonight at 11:05. Apple Valley News Now.
And welcome back. Of course, we like to end things with a smile. So your reason to smile today on your screen there, a picture from our friend Dee in Walla Walla, Pioneer Park. I asked you guys earlier if either one of you had been there. If you haven't, you have children, you need to go to Pioneer Park. It's absolutely lovely, as depicted there in that photo from Dee.
Absolutely.
To get your weather photo on TV, use that QR code at the top of your screen or just go to AppleValleyNewsNow.com. Click on the weather tab. Bottom line on your weather, let's take a look at that. Clearing skies, decreasing winds, temperatures warming to above normal, way above normal actually. We're going to cool back down and see those winds return over the weekend. Quick sneak peek at your 7 days ahead. Lots of active weather. Look at those hot temperatures. I'm calling 87 to me is getting to the hot zone. 80 is is perfect. 87's hot now. I know.
It's that nearing 90, right?
Right. And then look at Hermiston also could hit 87, 85 Walla Walla. So lots of sunshine, though. That's what we're going to look forward to for the next 3 days. So enjoy.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
We'll be back at 11, hoping your news is good news.
Have a great night.